not going to get that team, Julian. Paxton will never sell it to you.
I have a suggestion I'd like to put forward. At the risk of losing you as an enemy, why don't we go partners on this one? Dealing me in on the Titans will go a long way towards helping your little lapdog, Senator Barish, make your conflict of interest problem disappear.
And give you the foothold you've been dying for in sports.
What is a foothold compared to your stranglehold, Lionel? Truthfully, my interest lies beyond just sharing the Titans with you. I would also want to be included in your Sri Lanka cable operation.
Oh, and who said I was planning one?
Don't crapper, Lionel.
As long as I can have like interest in your South African satellite.
South Africa's not on the table.
Oh.
But I will go half with you on my proposed all-Vatican channel.
Your efforts to become an equal of mine, Julian, are as offensive as they are pathetic. There's absolutely no way we can ever interface. You invade where I innovate. Where I pioneer, you plunder.
I'm sure that as we speak, the third of the workforce that you decimated at Southwest Interval are all lighting candles for you to win the Nobel Prize.
You know that a little bloodshed is always required to save the greater number of jobs. Stop running for God, Julian. It just makes atheism seem more attractive. Withdraw your effort to buy the Titans within 24 hours. Withdraw, or it will become very, very ugly.
Why do you think I pay for people to attend law school, Lionel? Lionel. Before I was 10 years old, I'd walked halfway across Europe. First on my father's back when he was hardly strong enough to take a step on his own, and then in the shoes I took from his body. Those shoes, those shriveled ghosts of my father, they led me on, and on and on, and on, walking always towards the flame. The flame in my head, the one that lit the way out of that unspeakable damnation. Do what you will, Lionel. Let's see if it's anything worse than Adolf Hitler thought to put me through.
I can only try, Julian. I can only try. Alan, it's going to be war. We've got to hit the SOB.
Right.
Hit him hard. Dig down deep. Dig down deep.
Right.
It's time to get personal.
All right, LP, I'm on it.
Hey, come back in. The water's fine.
Come on out.
Verity? This is Tony Powers.
How did you get me here? Nobody has this number.
It's easy when you own the phone company.
We've been lucky so far. We've been damn lucky. I cannot afford to give anybody any ammunition.
But why am I the one who has to leave my own apartment? Why am I the one who has to leave my whole entire building?
It's only for a while. It's what the mafia calls going to the mattresses.
Now that I wouldn't mind.
It's not forever.
One night apart from you is forever.
Well, that's sweet, Brendan. It's very sweet. And very young. And once the shit starts flying, you're gonna find yourself growing up real fast.
What kind of shit?
The kind that only giants leave behind.
I hate this. I really do.
Chin up, sweetheart. Cowboys don't pout.
$5 million. For as much or as little as you can give me about anything. Anything at all I can use.
Not bloody likely.
$5 million. Delivered in any denomination in any country of the world.
In cash, of course.
One large bill, if you like.
And you're quoting me the going rate for betrayal these days.
It's a hell of a lot better than the $250 a year you think you're gonna get when he dies. In recognition of your services above, and shall we say below the call of duty. And I'll guarantee it in writing.
It's the wedding of the year, Blade.
We're talking about the Palm Beach marriage of Philip Messenger, heir to the Messenger Millions, and Lindsay Zerum, heiress to the Zerum Zillions. Now, Lindsay may be wearing something old and something new, but a little birdie's told Private File that a hidden secret out of Philip's past might prove to be most decidedly blue.
Oh, hold still. Your tie's all cocked up.
Better than the other way around, huh?
You are shaking like a leaf.
Look, if you were a real best man, he'd be doing the shaking for me.
Well, there's some things the groom has to do for himself, old man. What happened?
I don't know.
Julian?
Julian, can you hear me? Can you speak?
What is it, darling? What is it, Julian?
Let me die.
Never, don't even say that.
I have to live. I have to live so I can kill him.
Get me out of here.
Someone said that. Loud, Dad.
Grandson's rape co-ed? Philip?
They kept her in a hole they dug for a week. Can you imagine? I mean, in the woods, in the back of their house. God. Honor students. You know, nothing but money, and all they wanted to do was gangbang the class retard? Chain her up like an animal? The grandfather built the high school with a swimming pool, and the whole thing gets hushed up. I'll tell you one thing, you wouldn't catch me in that dirty water. Jer? Jer? Jer?
What a pity Letitia isn't here to join us.
She's feeling just that least little bit off kilter.
I was rather looking forward to her being the cherry on top, so to speak.
I'll just have to do double duty, I guess.
Oh, yes. Hopefully, I too will rise to the occasion.
I have every confidence in you.
Shall we test the good doctor's work?
It arrived by courier a few minutes ago. It is War LP. Nothing less.
The first blood goes to you, Lionel. You have sucked the joy out of this family. It's not as if I, too, haven't skimmed the gutter for the vilest examples of human behavior that is our stock in trade, yours and mine. Providing the raw meat so endlessly craved and licked over by a public unashamed of its collective envy. But I, at least, have always obeyed the primary law of this our particular jungle. We never go after each other, Lionel. You know that. Not ever on a personal basis. Need I remind you that not one of us ever outed Malcolm? Not even after the last bagpipe had been blown, to say nothing of the last biker. To this day, we continue to treat him with kid gloves. Through an unspoken agreement, we allowed him to be buried in the manner of a king, instead of branding him the raving road warrior queen that he was. We have, each one of us, any number of skeletons just waiting to be unrattled. Yours had better be very well hidden. Very well hidden indeed, my friend. I will now freeze this close-up for you, Lionel, should you find it suitable for framing. A pastime at which you so sickeningly excel.
Helen, time to tie up any loose ends. Beverly Hills might be a good place to start.
Hello.
Dr. Cummings, I'm sorry to wake you.
Price of being a dedicated medical corporation, sweetheart. What you got? What? Channel 15? What the hell's so important on Channel 15?
The place for the Hollywood elite to lose a few wrinkles or gain a few inches has now been reduced to nothing more than rubble and ashes. Reporting live from outside the offices of Dr. Jonathan Cummings in Beverly Hills, I'm Kim Kaplan for KPOW. Back to your studio, Chip.
Thank you, Kim. And in Westwood, police are still wondering tonight how...
Right. Right, Senator. I copy.
One, Letitia. Try.
I'm just not feeling up to it.
Maybe you want to lie down for a bit?
He's right here.
No, I'm better sitting up, really.
Barish. Touchdown. Sales will abstain. His wife's gunshots did the trick. You're gonna have to make all the right noises. But the whole committee's on board. It will be unanimous.
In that case, we'll keep it a simple coronation. I propose a toast. To the Titans.
The Titans.
Hear, hear. And to Titan profits.
Yes.
What you want to do is you want to toss the bag. Toss the bag like you've had it tossed at you a million times yourself. You toss the bag, the crowd passes the money. They love it. They're in the show. They can't pitch. They can't run, but for only $1, every numbnuts and his brother is part of the action. Okay, who's ready to try? Do we have us any all-stars here today? Yeah, come on up, kid. Sit down, bozo. Okay, all right, here you go. Just yell out, peanuts, peanuts, get your fresh roasted peanuts.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please sit down? Come to order so we can get started.
How'd it go? How'd it go? I'll tell you how it went. I flunked peanuts. You believe that? I flunked fucking peanuts. What? We all out again?
Yeah, we're out. What do you mean you flunked?
You said you were gonna pick up a six-pack today.
Yeah, well, it was either beer or potatoes, Jerry.
Well, we can have one stinking meal without potatoes.
How about potatoes is the stinking meal?
Fine!
Fine.
The whole thing was a scam. a goddamn waste of time. They just got a lot of older guys down there for show. Nobody got hired that was more than 24, 25 tops.
Well, there's always tomorrow.
All tomorrow's do is make you another day older. Yeah, 10, 15 good years after your skin clears up and then your life goes into the crapper. Well, thank God for some things, huh? At least the best thing's still free, huh?
Not now, Jer.
Well, yeah, this I can still do. I mean, these peanuts I can handle, huh?
No. Billy, not now, Jer.
Why don't you put that on tape, Reed? Not now, Jer. I'm fixing dinner, Jer. I gotta pick up the kids now. What, only guys who have jobs get laid around here? Huh?
I'm fixing dinner.
Ow!
Damn it.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. Just try not to bleed on my potatoes.
I think perhaps what I'm proudest of are the many job opportunities which the new Titan Dome will be able to offer to the youth of our community. It's always made sound fiscal and social sense to me to reward the workforce of the future with the profits of today.
Thank you, Mr. Powers. Your appearance brings the public aspect of these hearings to a close. We should be able to put it to a vote in the full Senate in a matter of, I would say just a few weeks, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for what I'm sure will be your most thoughtful and objective consideration. Thank you.
Hold on to your head, Grandpa, because this is going to blow it away.
This is just the first assembly.
What you're going to see is a little rough.
The rougher the better, Petey dear.
All right, here we go.
Arkady Kosov, art dealer in Russia in the 50s, specialized in impressionists.
With the biggest collection of Picassos and Matisse in Leningrad, all of which he painted himself. Kosov adored his family. He couldn't keep his hands off Nadia.
Couldn't keep them off his son, Alexei, either. This is the last shot of him before he was shipped off to Siberia.
It was a real wrench for him leaving his wife, Nadia.
And, of course,
his plaything, Alexei.
After Nadia died, the boy was pretty much an orphan. Next thing anyone knew, he dropped out of school.
From then on, he looked after himself. This is Alexei Kosov at 16, by which time he had been a male prostitute for 2 years.
And this is Alexei at 25, by which time he had been a female prostitute for over 2 years.
Aerial Powers. A sex change?
Simple switch from outside to inside plumbing.
How did you get all this?
Moscow. They're still pissed at Powers for backing the coup against Gorbachev.
All those years, how could he not know?
If love is blind, it's because sometimes you can't see around your own erection.
Well, the important thing is now we know.
We'll have it ready to go on Wednesday's Undercover Edition.
Oh, to be there when he sees it.
The second part will be shown on Friday.
The second part?